views expressed here are not supported by and do not reflect those of the Evening Rush Network. Viewers' discretion is advised.
Man, I can't calm down, it's only up from here. I can't shake this hell off, yeah, I know it's real. Mom, seeing two people, tell me what's the deal. Man, I'm feeling like David when I do my dance. I'm fading like a spirit, my vision kinda blurry. I'm feeling kinda woozy, I'm fading in the spirit. My vision kinda blurry, I'm feeling kinda woozy, yeah. Come on, Jesus Christ, tell me what's the deal. I'm feeling kinda dizzy, and ain't pop the pill. I'm high on cloud nine, and I'm feeling fine.
Indeedy, yes, indeedy.
What's going on? What's going on? Welcome to another episode of Think and Grow with Vette Green. I got my brother Big Mike with me as co-host
What's good?
today.
What's good?
Welcome.
Hello. How y'all doing?
And shout out to my girl Rachel J for that song. Oh my God, it always get me amped every time I listen to it. I cannot wait to have her on the show. She's coming before the end of this month, you guys. We're working out schedules. So she's gonna definitely be on the show. So what's going on, Big Mike? How was your weekend?
Weekend was fine. Ran around. They could do what it do, like I always say. Hey, above ground is a good day. I have no complaints.
Ooh, I know that's right.
No complaints.
Why don't you go ahead and hold up that shirt for our network here?
What?
Show our
Y'all
brother
want to
some
see
love.
this? Y'all want to see this?
Show the shirt. Show the shirt, man. Bro. Show the shirt.
Y'all wants to see this? Wait a minute. I don't think I can do it for you. Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait a minute.
You got to do it with flair. Make sure you do it with flair.
There you go. Wait a minute. Get ready for it. Bam!
Boom! There you go. Bam!
Big shout out
to
Miss Envy Creations. God. Yeah.
Sis killing it out here, isn't she?
Yeah. She did a thing. You know what I mean? She did a thing. Definitely that.
She did an awesome job. Make sure if you guys have not checked out Envious Creations page on Instagram, check out her page. Yeah. She got some, man. She's a creative all around. Did you see her cakes?
Nah, I ain't get one yet. I'm trying to get some brownies.
Man, I can't wait till next month when I come up there. I cannot wait. I want cakes. Yeah. I want brownies. I want T-shirts. I want it all.
Man, you already know, man. But she did a thing. I'm real happy with that. You know, it worked the way I'm dead. Yeah, definitely that. You know, she hit home with that one. Yeah.
So tonight's going to be a pretty easy show. We got Sister Anita Williams coming through. She's calling in around 7:15. She is the founder of Taking It to the Streets in Buffalo, New York. So you guys get ready. She has some information about the event that's going to be going down in Buffalo, New York in August. We are also going to be talking the topic for today. So share this. Make sure you share this. Is going to be, is love blind? Love is blind. You tell me. I don't know. I've been in places where it seems like I had these rose-colored glasses on. I don't know about you, bro, but that's been me. Man, I cannot wait to get into this subject. This weekend I didn't really do much. I don't know if you guys follow me on Instagram, but I did an organization of my room because I have legit not been home for about a year. My mom fell ill last year in July. I've been in New York, Buffalo, most of the time. I may come home, maybe a week out of the month, and then I'm going back. So I've been literally living, out of suitcases and stuff. So I organized my room, organized my closets. That was my major thing for this weekend. Didn't really do much of anything. Caught up on some television. Did some research for the show, and that's about it. Ate some good food, probably ate way too much, made some spaghetti.
All right. Yeah, right.
What was the weather looking like there in the city for you?
I mean, it was hot. It was nice. It was nice, real park weather. It was nice and hot. I mean, it wasn't too hot. It wasn't too cold. Hey, that's right. It's that type of weather. You got out and did your thing. Definitely that. It was
Did you watch
nice.
any good shows this weekend?
Oh no, not really. Nothing other than the usual. But yeah, we caught up on some games and everything. Like that. Our team lost, but yeah.
What kind of games you catch up on?
Basketball.
You sound look. You got your face like this, like you really don't want to talk about it. Is that
I'm
what's
like,
going on?
No, I was just trying to see what color that room was. Blue. What color? No, I'm saying yeah.
What was the score?
What?
Oh, bro, it was that bad. It was that bad.
Wasn't that bad?
Have you been watching the NBA Finals?
Oh yeah. Definitely that.
What team you rooting for?
But Boston lost.
Is that? Oh, that's your team.
What? Did I say that? No, I'm just saying they lost. They lost.
Listen, shout out to Golden State. Yeah, I got to roll with Golden State for personal reasons.
Man.
So I got to roll with Golden
State. You had to do it.
I got to do what I got to do. I got to do what I got to do. Listen, this is the first time that I've really watched basketball. I love football. This is the first time that I've been watching the games, and it's interesting. It's really interesting seeing, where it can turn around. Like at one time, it may have been Boston. They were down by like 20 points, and they turned that game around. Turned it around in the fourth quarter. So who do you think is gonna? You rooting for Boston to take it home? You hoping, bro? Listen, it's gonna be a fight. It's gonna be a fight. 107-88, bro. That's what you're saying? Ooh, 107-88. I don't know. I'd say 110 to 108 because they both of them are really strong teams from what I've been watching. They are really, really strong teams.
I'm not trying to predict nothing. I'm not even speaking on it.
You're not speaking on nothing.
I'm not speaking on it. I ain't saying nothing about the Rucker. I'm not saying nothing about the Rucker. We're not speaking about it.
Golden State in the 5. Did it seem like Steph was off a little bit?
Yeah.
Hey, fam. Hey, Rainbow.
He did his thing.
He did his thing, even though that the controversy that's going on with his parents right now. I could tell that. To me, it seemed like he was a little off as I was watching the game, and I was thinking to myself, is it because what's going on with his parents?
Right. But a lot of times you got to step out the box. That things are going to happen. You just got to stick with it. That's everything. Stick with it.
Yeah.
We deal with things as we go along.
Bring it on the court.
Right. That's anything.
He shouldn't bring it on the court.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, they made it this far. I'm looking forward to.
Yeah. Definitely that. Especially when people are betting on you. Did I say that out loud?
Ooh.
That guy over there. Was that guy? Hey, stay out.
It was that guy. Where he at, bro?
That's who
bet. Yeah. Oh goodness! Did he bring the same bet back for this coming game?
Hey, right? Stay out of here. People on the air. Yeah, don't do that, right? Yeah.
Are you one of those ones that stand up at the television and screaming at it?
No, I try not to do that.
Picture for me when the game is on and your team is lost and is losing. Paint the picture for me. It's bad.
I'll paint the picture for you, okay?
Oh, you crying? Don, bro,
what?
Do you be taking bets too?
Oh,
I'm not betting on the game, but I am enjoying the experience of watching it. I'm definitely enjoying it.
You just hate to lose, especially in the summertime. You hate to lose. The summertime is there's nothing you want to do but lose. Definitely not that. Yeah. But that's what we get for that. You already know. You do something else with that money.
Nika Pinks. Welcome.
All right.
You don't gamble? Yeah. I don't I'll go to the casino and do some slots every once in a while, but I wouldn't even know how to bet on the game.
Oh, we got a caller.
Oh, that's probably Miss Anita.
Welcome, caller.
Bring her on in, bro. Bring her on in.
Yes, ma'am, it is.
All
Oh,
right.
good afternoon, Ms. Anita. Thank you so much for joining us on Think and Grow with Vet Green. Welcome,
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 welcome. How are you
welcome.
doing?
And thank you all so much for just this divine consideration towards us over here in the wonderful city of good neighbors below Buffalo, New York. We're wonderfully fine. Just so blessed and honored to be here with you guys.
Thank you
You're
so
sure
much. And
welcome. You're
I have my
certainly welcome.
co-host, Big Mike, on the
How you
line
doing? How
with
you
me.
doing? I see. Let's do that. I love your
So,
work. I
Ms.
love your work.
Anita, if you don't mind, just talk to us about what taking it to the streets in Buffalo, New York is, how you found it over 34 years ago, and what it's looking like this coming August for this event. It you guys have not been able to do it in the last couple of years because of COVID, correct?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, initially, with your initial statement here, it's 35 years ago. I was sitting in the park there, and I was with my children. As you know, Buffalo, New York had a national basketball league, and that put us on the map. So there was quite a bit of basketball going on. A lot of people in the park at the time, but not a lot of people elsewhere, say even in the churches, and that was troublesome to me in my own
Mm.
heart. And as I was sitting there in the park, I'm looking at the people. You couldn't even see the grass on the ground. I mean, just phenomenal. And I said to myself, this is where the people are now. I heard a mandate, okay? In my spirit, man, take it to the streets. I'm like, are you serious? Take what to the streets? I asked, the voice inside. And note well that I am of sound mind, okay? Take me to the streets, okay? So this started in that fashion to draw individuals away from a lot of the negativities that we hear about, that we read about, that we see almost on a daily basis. And a lot of that fringes from not having accountability.
I agree.
Yeah, with that being said, it took me a whole year. Now, bear in mind, that's 35 years. Shaw's 35 years younger. And
You
35
look
years
beautiful, Ms. Anita. You look beautiful.
Mm.
I think, but in the meantime, there was no actual mentor. For a whole year, I did nothing toward that event, but think about the mandate. And I began to feel just convicted, as if I were ignoring a calling in my life to do. So within that next year, I began to ask questions. How do you have an event in the park? What do? You call City Hall, you go through those changes, and everything that you needed to bring together, I did not have. All right. I am a medical intensive care RN, and I have been for the past 40 years. So that's what I had with my job and my 3 children. But the other things that you call for, I did not have. So, and I will say this, through prayer, the Lord allowed various aspects of the event to come into being, to speak to someone in the South Town, such as the name that you all may be familiar with, Pastor Tommy Reed, and say to him, I gotta have church in the park, and I don't have nothing to do it with. He says to me, I just bought a brand new PA sound system, and I got one I use for the outside. Get your people to come and get it, but just don't tear it up. And that was the same response I got as I went to ask for music. Someone says I got a Hammond B3. As I went to ask for drums, someone says I got this, I got that. All right, so the first year of this event, of course, is trial and error. All right, but it turned out to be so wonderful. Now, here comes where you're asking for the next question. As I was walking through that park on that very first year, which was 34 years ago, I heard the very same voice in my ear that said these words to me: you will do this every year. All right?
That was part of your calling.
Yes, it was.
Yeah. As we progress, of course, trial and error, you learn as you go. You pick up as you go. The scenarios change a lot of times as you go. And the Lord has blessed us, and this event has been a blessing to many. So now, within the past 10 years now, here we are with a huge health and awareness tent. Here we are with a huge stage that brings in national and local recording artists set up on that park. Here we are with a huge prayer tent with individuals from, they come from over the nation to be in this event, to participate and help. Here we are with national and local artists, many of the names that you're familiar with, vendors, and we need your or vendors, things of that sort, and a good report of Kids Zone, phenomenal giveaways, phenomenal grocery giveaways. There have been times that we've given away as much as 2,000 pounds of groceries, non-perishable. Here we are now dealing with corporate sponsors, and we always need more. So what happened in the past couple of years, we took the lull with everybody else because of being careful. And actually, that first year, nothing shook. Nothing in Buffalo shook in any place else. Everything was closed down. So we decided to do virtual. And I have to say, to God be the glory, the Lord allowed a team to just arise from the dust, a virtual team. And I mean, you can check the record when you go to the Taking It to the Street pages. And we had a gentleman by the name of Brian Poppin, the national artist, international, I'm sure you all may have heard of him, that came through on that virtual side, and so many others that still came alongside. Now, last year, we made the decision, along with some of the other major events in Buffalo. This event is also under the mandate of special events such as the other large events, say the Juneteenth, the Pine Grill Reunion, those events. So we all decided to be virtual again. All right, now this year, everybody's excited. We're trying to come out. We're coming out safely, though. So we have made some adjustments. But we're happy that we have, from your area, Lemmy Battles, that national recording artist, is coming through. She's going to be with us. The Half Mile Home, you know those people as well. They're gospel and also hip hop from Ohio. The Apostle Stephen Powell from Arizona. Wanda Adams, marketing guru from Atlanta. James Willis on his way in. And there's so many other phenomenal local individuals. Marsha McWilson here in our region. You can look on your TV screen every now and then and see her pop up in one of Tyler Perry's movies. Truly committed. Those groups are coming together. I've got, first of all, please note as well, we're attempting to be, as we function in a wise manner. We know that there are many areas of life that need to be satisfied. So we bring in those that will help us with back to school items, okay?
Which will be
even
helpful
now,
for parents that's coming with kids.
absolutely, that is the best point. Also, that's coming that has iPads and also phones for seniors that seniors can use effectively, okay? So many other entities that have come together, clothing giveaways, and I'm talking about some good stuff, okay? All right. Then, of course, our actual vendors that are coming as well to sell their wares so that it's a hand-washing hand situation. And then, of course, our prayer tent that has always and will always be, because this event was initiated on that premise. And I believe that is why the Lord has allowed the longevity of that. In my living room right now, I have boxes of brand new Bibles that were donated to this event. Then in my notebook, I've got many individuals that are coming. That we also have a wonderful ad book that various corporates are in, just, mid corporate, I would say. There's so much more finance that could be used if it were available. But we've also got Favor. Our sound system consists of Indigo. That name is known across the nation, the best you could be. Our musical director, a young man, MD Anthony Collins, on that organ, he's all over the nation, but he makes sure that taking it to the streets weekend, he calls me mama, so that's a good thing. All right. And of course, let me mention, I may, WFO Mix, 1080 AM and Power 96.5. We are that blend of R&B and every one of your favorite throwbacks. And my name is Razor Sharp there, and that is our major media sponsor under the headship and ownership of Mrs. Sheila Brown. And then, of course, WDAP Radio, where my executive assistant is also owner, and that is, of course, Mr. and Mrs. David and Angelita Allen. So this is where we are, and it's always a stress, it's always a press, but you've got to continue to move forward and realizing that you're going to feel the heat in any battle. But at the end of you've got to know that you're walking toward victory as long as you are doing what the Lord has had you to do. Now, we're going to have also a martial arts demonstration that comes to the stage. We have poetry that comes to the stage. We have gospel jazz that comes to the stage. We have so many other entities that come to this stage that we can literally draw in everybody. And that is a good thing for us. For we are taking it to the streets. Our logo and our emblem, you'll see, amen, two hands that are literally undergirding and embracing our skylight of the city of Buffalo, New York. So I say this very humbly. I am blessed. I thank God that he actually chose me to bring about this event. We have, and it's more than an event, it is a life-changing situation. It is also a corporation as well. We are 501c3. We do have our attorney that backs us as well, attorney Danisha Scott Warren, and also thanking God for my husband. And that's a key point too, because how could you do this except for the fact that it is an agreement within the household? So I am just thanking my husband, Brother Dillard Williams Jr. We actually celebrated on yesterday our 20th wedding anniversary.
Yes, happy anniversary. That's a huge milestone. Some people don't even make it to a year, less known, the amount of years you and your husband have been together. I do want to, before we go to break, I do want you to elaborate more on the ad book, what that is, and how our listeners, and if there's any corporate sponsors out there, how they can support the taking it to the street.
Okay, great. You said when we come back to break or prior to?
Yeah. Prior to. You can go ahead now. We go to break in about 5 minutes.
First, this enticement out there. We are 501c3. So, you know what that means, and the fact that what you donate and what you put into, of course, you can pull it back in terms of your tax donations and things like that. Our ad book is headed up by a woman by the name of Deborah Ann Porter, a phenomenal educator, and she brings such class to that. We have with us right now Kaleida Health, that's right there. It sits in the medical corridor. It is the medical corridor in the city of Buffalo. Roswell Park Institute, ECMC, as well as Lombardo Funeral Home, Well Care with us. So many in our ad book that are coming alongside University of Buffalo, Malona health care that is coming alongside. CAI, Reach Out Buffalo, Outreach Buffalo, that is coming alongside. And with that, mentioning our ad book, I have to also mention a young man by the name of Darren Thomas, that when you see those beautiful ads out there, you can know that that is his handiwork there with that. And of course, just a phenomenal number of other ads that come alongside. Now, if you're interested in doing something like that, please be in touch with me. And you can actually get in touch with me through this program, okay? And or you can also call 716-507-1931. I've always wanted an ad book. Now, this ad book it's about 7 years old. The past 7 years. I've always wanted one, but I just didn't want anything that was just thrown together. Mm-hmm. All right. So I had to wait until the Lord sent somebody into the team that knew what to do. What I find in terms of success and also find in terms of elevation is that don't be afraid to put people around you that know much more than you know.
That's right. That's how we elevate. That's how
that
we
are
elevate.
Yes, to function in a realm that you are not, versed in functioning in. It is people that bring the change of season in your lives. And this is why you've got to, of course, be cognitive and be cautious of who you allow in your life. But there are good people, destiny helpers is what we call them, that are assigned to you to bring you to that next level and to share with you the things that they have within them. And then it is simply a boost. It is an elevation for you there. If you know how to function and manage yourself and not to be afraid of them, they're not coming to hurt you. But then we also know that there may be a Judas in the camp. We get that. All right. We understand that as well. But you don't want to throw cold water or ice water on someone that God has sent to cause your event or your vision to come to full fruition and to come to the full circle of the reason why the Lord has allowed it to be in the first place. So I thank God for everyone that he has around us. I bring the medical side. That's my, that's my degree. I bring the medical side and I bring the spiritual side as well. But these folks know how to work and walk it out. We have a young man by the name of Kahil Muhammad, and he is an ITT specialist. We have, along with us, Garvey Freeman. He functions in that realm as well. LCH Roberson brings a phenomenal, quick, how can I say this, overturn. When you put him on an assignment, it's done within a couple of hours, and it is done to perfection, to production. So these are individuals that we have around us that the Lord has placed in our midst.
God is so intentional. So intentional. So intentional, Dr. Anita. So before we let you go, if any of our listeners, whether they are an individual or corporate or some type of business, would like to support or would like to be a vendor at the event, how can they contact you? If you don't mind giving your information again, and then at the end of the show, what we're going to do is play the voice advertisement and then also put your contact information back up there so that our listeners can share. And if they would like to become a vendor, they'll know who to contact.
Absolutely. And I thank you so much again for this golden opportunity. This is phenomenal. But you can reach me at 716-507-1931. Please know that we have people from all ethnicities that are we have a Spanish connection that deals with us as well, and that's absolutely phenomenal. We have the African connection, the Southtown connection, It is just absolutely wonderful, and I've got a phone ringing in the background. Forgive
No,
me,
that's
but in the
fine, Miss Anita. We thank you for calling in. That's fine. We understand how it is. We're gonna be going to break. If you wanna yeah, we're gonna be going to break, but I appreciate this, and we will be in contact this Saturday, correct?
yes, yes,
Okay.
yes, we will. We're going to have our another electronic meeting on this Saturday because we got to keep it moving.
Okay, yes, indeed. I am thankful to God for this alignment. Thank you, Dr. Anita Williams, for joining us today. And thank you so much for being
Oh,
obedient in your
everything
calling.
that's a blessing on your life, a blessing upon your business, a blessing upon what you do, a blessing upon those that help you, the anointing of God to overtake and overshadow every area of your life, divine favor in Jesus' name.
Amen.
Jesus' name.
Amen. What a
Amen on that
nice
one.
ending. Thank you so much, you
Yes.
guys.
Sound
Stay
like my
tuned. We're going to
mom.
be going to break. Make sure you come back.
Yeah.
We have some
You bet.
information to talk about. What are we talking about, bro? Is love blind? Is
Yeah.
love really blind?
I don't know. Everything has blinders.
And if you're interested in having your own podcast, if you're interested at all, hit my brother up. The information is right there. The Evening Rush Network. We're going places. Don't miss out on this train, you guys. You'll be sleeping and we'll be
Yeah, right. Midnight train
come
to
on
Georgia.
back. That's right. Come
Looking
on.
to podcast shows and do not know where to start? The Evening Rush Network can help you with that. Call us at 929-441-2417 or email us at theeveningrushnetwork@gmail.com for dates and prices. We got you for all your podcast needs. The Evening Rush Network. Tune in, subscribe, and share.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. I just want to say thank you again to Dr. Anita Williams for joining us today.
Have.
I think the event that she's holding in August is going to be something phenomenal, just because COVID happened, right? So this
Right.
hasn't not happened in the last 2 years. So hopefully the vendors will show up. The people will definitely show up to support. There's things like this that we need more of in our communities, especially when you are in the communities that maybe economically challenged. It's
Right.
always nice. I remember being a
Right.
little kid enjoying festivals like this.
Oh, yeah.
We used to roller skate in the U
Yep.
Drive. We had a huge parking lot in the projects that I grew.
Yep.
It's still there, but we used to roller skate there. So
Mhm.
let's get into this discussion, bro. Let's get into this discussion. Let me ask you this. Have you ever been blinded by love and you just couldn't figure out a way to get out of it?
Are you talking to me?
Oh yeah, bro. I'm talking to you.
Colors everyone blue. Wait a minute. Okay.
We've all
Let me
been there. I
see.
know.
Yeah. You know, we've been there. Especially when you're young. You know, when you're younger, you think you know it all. And
Yeah.
that's all you tend to know. Yeah. You know. Yeah.
Yeah,
Love is definitely blind. You'll have you doing some things.
Ooh-wee.
Yeah.
Yes, it will. Yes,
Have
it will.
you walking,
Love
man.
is definitely blind.
Have you walking around in the sunshine with a flashlight. Yeah.
Not the flashlight, though.
The flashlight. Yeah.
Ooh, we all been blinded by love one time or another. I agree, bro. It will have you walking around with a flashlight, busting down doors and kicking in doors.
Come on out of there. I know you're in there. Yeah.
Wait, where you at? What? I know I
Right.
see you. I know I
Mhm.
see you. What's the longest time that you felt that you were blinded by love?
About 10 years. About 10 years. Yeah.
10 years, yeah.
Yeah.
I was married for most of my adult life. I was married for most of my adult life, and then I found myself, later on in life separated and then divorced. So I had to navigate with the mind of the relationship mind of a teenager because I was married at such a young age. I was with my ex since I was 18 years old
Oh,
until,
okay, okay.
oh yeah, it was 20 plus years that I was
Hmm.
with my ex-husband. So going into the dating ring was, it's still crazy to me because it does not matter how old you are. Man, love can be blind. Love can be
Yeah,
blind.
yeah,
You got
yeah.
people wanting to play the game and so many games, and sometimes it becomes too much. You just, I don't know about you, but like I've been in a place where I'm just like, you know what? F love forever. I ain't got this to do. I ain't got this to do because the glasses were on. And it's like once you
Right,
take those
right.
glasses off and you get to see everything, that's one of the reasons. So just to be transparent, this past winter I was in a relationship and it didn't work out. And we kind
Hmm.
of knew that it wasn't going to work out, but we were still holding on to it. It's like love is blind in all areas because
Yeah,
you remember
yeah.
the good. Love is blind because a lot of times we focus on the good things, right?
Right,
And not
right.
the bad things that were happening. So
Hmm.
once you saw that it wasn't going to work out, was it hard to let go?
It was kind of, but I had an uncle like back in '93, and he was like pretty much married to an ebony model, and he like lived in Jamaica Estates. This was like early '80s, late '90s. So '93, he had like it was a roofing company. It was doing well, probably one of the biggest roofing companies in Queens. And then we were doing a job on 42nd and 10th. And I was going through some stuff, like you said, love line, going through some stuff, the kind of, take home the whole check, here you go, type thing, And that person wasn't doing what they had to do. You know how that goes. And he called me like to the corner of 42nd and 8th. And he was like, stand there. Like, what I'm standing here for? It's like, just stand there. Now turn, turn. What do you see? I'm like, yo, damn movie theaters, man. What? Port Authority, buildings, what? What do you want me to see? No, what do you see? I'm like, people. What kind of people? Men, women, kids. What are you talking about? Like, no, what do you say just now? It's like, men, women. All right, now stop. What do you say? I said, men, no, women. He's right. Now, for every block, if it's not damn near 2 to 3,000 women in all four ways you look, north, south, east, and west, why would you worry about one?
Mm.
Kind of woke me
Well,
up.
that was a word.
Kind of woke me up.
That was a word. That was a
So
word.
that right there kind of hit home. So, not saying that, I lowered anything on the standard because I never had a standard. You would more like have to be, around the same place. What are you looking for, right? So, a lot of relationships go like, well, he has to be here. He has to have this, some type of materialistic thing that you can obtain together. But
Hmm.
something, I'm not even gonna say spiritual because I don't even think that exists when it comes to people.
Hmm.
Unless you're on a higher plane and know exactly what
Higher
you want.
higher
Right.
vibrational
There you go.
pattern.
But
Hmm.
if you don't have the same goal in life, even if you didn't, or you're not in that space where you two are, I'm not even gonna say compatible because I don't even think there is, you know, that link is there. If you guys are not walking that same path, I would leave it there, and that's not what both of you want. It's never gonna happen.
Yeah.
For love, finances, material gain, house call, whatever you're talking about getting together, it's never gonna be there if you're nowhere
Yeah.
near there. So
I agree with you on some of what you said, especially there has to be an alignment, right?
right,
If there isn't an alignment, you have one person doing this over there and you have another person doing this over there, and there's
right,
nobody's
right.
coming together. There has to
Exactly,
be an alignment.
exactly. Right.
With the finances, there has to be an alignment
Mm-hmm.
because what
Right.
happens is one person ends up doing a lot more than the other person, and it doesn't,
Exactly. You
and
got
it's
that
not.
70-30 type thing, 90-10
Yeah,
type thing
yeah,
going
and
on. And
mm-hmm.
now you're
And
blaming me,
then
I'm blaming you. You're blaming me, I'm blaming
right,
you. You don't have
right.
anything, I don't have anything. Hey, come on.
And you want to have some things in common. I
Yeah,
actually
yeah.
like the opposites attract deal.
Yeah,
You
that's
know, I
right.
don't I don't
You
want
know,
somebody just like me, but you do want to have some common ground that you can have a conversation about, or
right,
that you
right,
can stand on, right?
right,
So
exactly.
I
Yeah.
I can honestly say I was blinded by love for a long,
Mm-hmm.
long
Mm-hmm.
time, especially with my ex. It took me even after we separated, I still dealt with him for 7 years after that. That's how blind
Oh,
my
okay.
love
Yeah,
was for this
yeah,
man. Because one,
yeah.
I did not think that I would ever be divorced. Hey sis, hey
Mm-hmm.
Brooklyn. That's my bestie. I never thought that I would be divorced or separated or anything like that. And
Mm-hmm.
then once we did separate and I started finding out what exactly was going on, it was like, dang, girl, you really had
Right.
some rose colored glasses on. And
Yeah,
then
right.
you
Yeah.
do find that there's more fish in the sea, but how many of those fish as
Mm-hmm.
women, and I'm saying this as women, do you really want to hook? I'm very, very old school.
Yeah.
I don't like dealing with a bunch of personalities. I don't like dating at all. I
Right.
don't like
You
dating
know.
because you have to date multiple people, and I ain't for all of that. I
I mean,
said again, I like.
yeah, it all depends on what you're looking for, right? If you're looking for like anything material gain, if you're looking for, things, something you can acquire yourself, don't look for that guy for those, you know, because if he's not feeling you, those material things that he brought into the relationship, those are gonna go. So if that's what you're looking for, you might as well be that person yourself and get your own stuff, because a lot of times everybody's looking for material gain in the relationship. You know what I mean? So once we don't get it, it's like, well, you promised me this, I promised you that, you promised me this, I promised you that. Only one person will like stick to it, or want to
Ooh,
stick to it. And then you got that next person like, well, damn, you told me you was gonna give me this, and you never did it, and they'll hold that against you.
yeah.
Either or, either or. It
I think you
really doesn't
gotta,
matter.
bro,
Yeah.
bring that message back up here. That Melvin Jones, love is real as Santa Claus and the Easter Bunny. Love is as real. I believe in love. I was just having a
Yeah, I mean, it
conversation
is. It
the
is.
other
It is.
day.
Well, right.
I
Yeah.
refuse to give up on love. I refuse to give up on love just because I've encountered some bad seeds, I should say. I
Mhm.
refuse to give up on love. I refuse to believe that God didn't place me on this earth because I have so much love to give. It's like I'm just
Right.
bursting with it. Somebody,
Right.
is going to be accepting of it and appreciative of it and see the value in it. And I want to go back to something else that you just said about material things. Do you feel that
Mhm.
sometimes people, when they aren't on the same, financial, playground, that their love is blinded by what they think a person can give them, like the material things?
Yeah, I think it is on both sides. Because when both of you come in a relationship, everybody's expecting something, right? Everybody wants to do well. Everybody wants a home, apartment, whatever it is, and you guys are
Hmm.
working towards that, right? So
I agree,
nine times out
Tamara.
of ten, right? 9 times out of 10, somebody's gonna pull back on that deal, or either want out of that deal. So that might, kind of like wait that relationship, or you already know what you came in it for. A lot of times we're not gonna say it. Both sides are not gonna say it. Hey, I came into it for this. I came into it for that. You told me you was gonna give me this. Well, you said you was gonna do that. And
Mm.
I believe 90% of every relationship downfall is a material, you know, a material stake in it. There's a material stake in it of them, not being fulfilled. A lot
I
of it
don't
is
know,
with
bro.
the
I
kid,
don't know who I don't want to put you on the spot, but
Nah, I'm
you
just
might be
saying,
dating some
nah,
gold diggers out
it's
there,
somebody.
right?
Hey, it's somebody. I'm not gonna say everybody's a gold digger, but you like what you like. People like a lot of things. They feel a lot of
Yeah.
things makes them happy. But at the end of
I
the
know.
day, would you swap things or your health?
Yeah. I know some women that are definite. I know men and women who use people
Right.
I believe in karma. I'm
Mhm.
not gonna use you. I'm very, very prideful. It takes a lot for me to ask somebody for something. You know what I mean? That's just how I
Mhm.
was raised too. My mama taught me to be very self-sufficient. So I am. It is very, very difficult. And then I was married for a long time. Like I ain't have to
Right.
ask. I just had it. So
Okay.
it's tough for me to ask for things. But I do agree with you on some of what you said. Like there
Mhm.
are people out there that will just use you just to try and get ahead because they don't want to
Right.
do anything for themselves.
Mhm.
And in that way, definitely love can be blind. But what happens when you've been so blinded? And if you can bring Tamara's message back up, bro, the one that she just said about the bad one. Some people took too much where they can't even notice a good catch from a bad one. Yeah,
Exactly.
I
Yeah.
agree.
Definitely that. Yep. Yep.
I,
Mhm.
I have to walk back within myself now when I'm meeting people to say, you know what, you don't want to bring your ex into your next, but it can be difficult because
Right.
you meet so many when you're out here dating, you meet so many bad apples. I know I have. I've met
Right. Right.
way
But
too many bad
mhm.
apples, and it's
You
like,
can't.
man, I
You
don't even want to do this
right.
no more.
Right. Right. But we can't assume. Everybody's a bad apple.
Yeah.
You can't assume that because if you was to say, all right, take 5 of your girlfriends and 5 guys that you know, how many of them do you know will actually go out with a guy that would actually pack a lunch, right? Grab a blanket, hey, let's go have lunch in the park. How many of your girlfriends would actually want to go somewhere and have money spent just to have a good time?
You do got. I, you know what? I had PTSD out of a relationship up until recently.
Mhm.
I ain't even gonna lie. My girlfriend Tamara helped me out and my niece because I was going through it, or I really was, and I couldn't figure out like what was going on. And it's so funny how God will send people into your life to help, knock you upside your head. So
Right.
I was going through it, and we both knew that it wasn't working out. And two things happened. One, I'm on the phone with my girlfriend Tamara, and I'm like, I just don't think I'm made for relationships anymore. I just don't think I'm made for relationships. And she bust me upside my head, and she was like, "Well, maybe it's not you not made for relationships. Maybe it's the person that you're trying to be in a relationship with." She shut me up
Right.
so quick, and I had to
Yeah.
backpedal, and I was like, you might have something there. And then the
Mm-hmm.
second situation that happened, we in a social setting, me, my niece, and the guy that I was dating at the time. And later on that day, my niece tells me, she's like, your energy is not the same. It's not the same when you're around him anymore. What is going on? Like it was just depleting my energy. And a part of it is
Right.
because I'm very, very self-aware. Know thyself. You have to know yourself. And I
Mm-hmm.
knew
Mm-hmm.
deep down that I wasn't happy, but I couldn't figure out how to just let it go.
Right.
It's hard letting it go. Like, do you think had your uncle not put you out there and had you look around you and came up with that analogy, do you think that it would have been easy to let it go? Or was it easy even after that? Was it easy to let go?
Yeah, pretty much, because that was like the epitome for me, where it opened it up. Like, hey, it's variety out there. It's more out there. It's plentiful out there. Why would you bug out for one?
For
There's
one.
many. It's just like you going in the supermarket. It's many. I don't need this one. I can take that one. I don't need that. I can take that. I can have a variety. Why would I go crazy for one? And you know, it's ample.
For men though,
It for
it's
anyone.
for you
For
think
anyone.
so.
For
Yeah.
anyone.
Yeah. There are people out there. Now, let me ask you this. Do you think that once a man heart is broken that he'll ever love the same?
No, he'll be more. I think he will be more. Well, me, I was more reserved. I got real picky and choosy. I started looking for things I wanted. You know, and what they
Women can't get a
wanted.
man faster than a man get a woman.
Damn what they wanted. Not that I dismissed on what that person would have wanted, but I went more. you know, to how I was feeling and more what I wanted. Yeah. You know,
Yeah.
I didn't like, dismiss their feelings altogether in a nutshell because I didn't want to take, what happened prior into something, in the future of me having something else. But no, you do get more, those walls go up. Those walls go up. So you are a little bit gun shy going into the next one,
Hmm.
you
I
know.
tell myself now, as I'm navigating this dating arena, that regardless of what happens, at least I can get some experience out of it. You
Oh,
gotta
yeah,
you gotta look at it for what it is, and not get boggled down by the hurt, because when you get boggled down by the hurt, you get guarded, and in some ways I am guarded, and I'm all right with that, because the right man God is going to send, or has sent, or I don't know what is going, I don't know what's going to happen, but the right person will help you let go of those guards. I
I
feel the
mean,
right person will help you let go of those guards
right.
if he's
The thing is,
intentional, or she.
right, you can look for what you want, right? Just like you shopping, you know what you're going to get. Look for what you want, right? And even if you don't find it, can you compromise with what you found? Then it'll work.
Because we all
It's
have
like it's like
flaws.
you buying shoes, right? We all go
Hmm.
looking for shoes, right? Oh, I'm going to get X, Y, Z. If I don't find these, well, I'm just gonna keep the money. No, you're not. You're gonna come back with something. Might not be what you want, but you're gonna come back with something. So you're gonna
Hmm.
compromise what you really went looking for. You didn't find it, but hey, I can live with this. I mean, I can live with this. I can make these work.
Yeah.
So the same way we're shopping for clothes and things like that, I ain't gonna say shop for a girl or a woman like that or a guy like that, but you just gotta have a compromise. You just gotta meet in the middle. Try to meet in the middle, and
Yes.
if you can like stay in there, it'll work. It'll work.
What do you think is one of the main components of a relationship? The top three main components in a relationship.
Well, the first one should be trust, but that's kind of flaky because a lot of times we don't even trust ourselves. So
Mm.
I'm gonna move
And
on
when
that
you've been
one.
hurt, you have to be able to trust
There you
yourself.
go. Right there you
Yeah.
go. Because now you got that little monkey on your shoulder saying, "Hey, well, I should do something because hey, that person, not that person, but it was done to me. So let me feel like I can, get back at something or somebody. You're gonna have
Yeah.
that monkey on your shoulder.
Hmm.
Love will come. You can't even jump in that, because in a physical sense or material sense or that'll come. That'll come. So I'm not even gonna throw the love in there. But if you got understanding and you got a compromise, I think you can get it done.
Yeah. I agree.
So I would
I
say my
agree.
my biggest one I would be say a compromise. With
Compromise.
anything, yeah, with anything, a compromise, you can get anything done.
Yeah. I agree. And love should be patient. Love should
Yeah,
be
right.
kind. Love
Love
shouldn't
comes,
make
right.
you, yeah, make you want to take your own life, and
Right.
make you,
Exactly.
you
Yeah.
know, just be disrespectful to yourself. There's
Hmm.
a
Right.
verse that Mary J. Blige has in her song, Good Morning Gorgeous. She said, "Why did I hate myself so
Hmm.
intensely?" And
Yeah.
she's going through
Yeah.
she's
Right.
talking about going
Yeah.
through the process
From
of the
depression,
breakup.
right. Hmm.
Yeah, and the depression. And it's like, why am I allowing myself to keep going through
Right.
these types of
Hmm.
relationships with
Exactly.
people who
Yeah.
don't value who I am or what I bring to the
Right. There
table?
you go. Yep.
That's what it's
And you
about for
see,
me.
and
Listen.
you see what it was. It was materialistic. You
Hmm.
know, it was materialistic. It was about a money thing. It's money. It wasn't about you. It's money. It's what they can get from you.
Yeah.
You gotta, like I
And
said, if you got that compromise, you can get just about anything done.
love is look for, so Melvin Jones is saying, look for a mate with whom you are equally yoked and build your relationship. Love is a myth. I refuse to believe that love is a myth. I refuse to believe that, because I've felt that before. I
Hmm.
know how love feels. and I know how hurt feels, and I refuse to believe that it can't happen again.
Right. I mean, we all have, but to dismiss it altogether, it's just, you're gun shy. You're gun shy. You've been hurt. You calloused over. Like a toe. You're calloused over. You've been rubbed that much, and you're calloused over. You just got to get rid of that hard skin. You can get it back.
And don't be a runner. She's a runner. She's a track star.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Definitely that.
I've been told that once or twice because you two should go on a date. I said, oh my God, who is that?
Who that?
We should go on a date. You never mix business and pleasure. Who is
Yeah, you know what I mean? What's wrong with that? What color's the room?
No, I am happy right now.
That's crazy, right?
I'm in a good place right now with life. I'm in a good place.
That.
Bye,
That,
Felicia.
right?
You know what? Melvin Jones, don't play with me.
Wow.
Bye, Felicia. I think that's my daughter's godfather on there. That's while he talking.
Yeah, wow.
While he talking. So we're getting ready for the show tonight, right? What are you guys talking about tonight? Go ahead and talk about the show, bro.
Yeah, well, we're gonna hit on, it's pretty much off of that the Roe versus Wade, on the abortion with the Muslims, with the abortions and how they felt about it, whether they should keep the kids or actually bye-bye.
Get rid of it. Oh, that's gonna be a good subject. I'm definitely gonna have to tune in. Tell our lips. Sometimes if you're too guarded, you miss out on you're right. This time, sis, I'm not gonna be guarded. This time, you know what? If you get and not to I'm sorry, not to interrupt what you were saying. I just want to make sure we tap into what the listeners are saying. One of the things that I keep telling myself as I am going down this new journey that God is sending me is that I'm not going to be as guarded as I have been. I'm just going to take it for what it is. I'm not going to expect anything. I'm not going to, I'm just going to take it at face value and not think too much. Just enjoy the experience, enjoy the time.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah.
And that's and then if you grow to love somebody as you are navigate and date, and then
and that's what you need, right?
God is intentional. I do not shy away from God sending anybody into my life, whether it's my bro Big Mike who came in at the last minute to help a sister out, or Sean Don. Seriously, I don't shy away because what I have learned is that as we pay more attention to our lives, we'll see what God is trying to do in our life. Whether anybody that he sends our way is for a reason, whether it's somebody to support you, to watch a podcast, to say, you need to be doing this. God is very, very intentional. He knows what we need, right?
Exactly.
So why shy away from that? Man, I welcome it.
Exactly.
I welcome it.
Yeah.
So you guys are talking about
you mean
I have decided to be my own blessing. I know that's right. Once you decide to be your own blessing, that's when God gonna open that door and let somebody walk into your life. I felt like that in March. I was like, you know what, God, I'm done with this. I don't want to deal with it anymore. And then by April, May, June, it's like, okay, I see what you're doing, God. I see you.
Right. I mean, he won't give you He won't give you nothing you can't handle. So
that's right. So the topic for tonight is Roe versus Wade. Make sure you guys check my brother out on the podcast. What's the name of it?
It's gonna be actually it's got Brooklyn to the Brown Table. We're up
what time does it air?
Yeah, tonight at 9 p.m. Brooklyn to the Brown Table. Pull up, y'all. Definitely pull up.
Who is that?
Yeah, definitely that.
Nah.
Do that.
So Roe versus Wade. We tell her how you really feel. No, that's not how we roll here.
We're not gonna hit on. We're just gonna tap on the Roe versus Wade, but we're just kind of like want to hear from the mothers, on how they feel about it.
Oh, definitely pull up.
Yeah.
Definitely pull up. Well, I'll be
Because they got a lot
checking out the show.
Yeah, they have a lot of marches here in New York, so
Have they?
you want to hear? Yeah. Yeah, a lot of marches across the bridge, a lot of marches because of that, little thing got leaked out and that caused the controversy. So, hey, let's hear, what people got to say, I mean, I think any woman has a right, to make that decision for whatever reason, that's your body. Once we start saying what we can't or cannot do with our body, we're losing a lot of rights right up in here now.
That's right. I am flabbergasted that anybody would even like this shit. Why is this even a discussion? Why?
Right.
How
Exactly.
dare they try and tell me or any other woman what to do with our bodies? Like that just makes no sense to me. But that's where we live. If we stand up, a couple podcasts do good. I'm just saying, no, no, that don't work. I don't know who this is trying to. You don't know our relationship status. You don't know what's going on in our lives.
They clowning
for real. They clowning for real. You don't know what's going on in our lives. I might have a man watching. He might have a woman watching. You don't know what's going on in our lives, but thank you.
I hope it's a couple of women watching. I hope it's a couple of million women watching. Y'all need to watch that show.
I got some friends that'll eat you up, Big Mike. I got some friends.
Coming up.
What you want to leave our listeners with?
Yeah. Well, definitely stay positive. Keep grinding for whatever it is you're trying to do in life. Stay safe. Mask up. Hey, that's right. Make it do what it do. Keep your prayers. All prayers up.
Amen to that. And I'll leave you guys with this. And this is my self-talk to myself as well. You have to be willing to do more today than you did yesterday.
Exactly.
If what you did yesterday was nothing.
Exactly. That part,
right? Thank you guys for joining us for another episode of Think and Grow with Vette Green. We are here every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And if you or someone who is interested in starting a podcast, make sure you hit my brother up on the Evening Rush Network at gmail.com.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All
yes,
right.
sir. Another great show.
Thank you. Peace.